All right, we're live here, 6:01 a.m. Sorry, I was trying to figure out my thumbnail. I had some stupid expression on my face I was going to do. And then I opted to go back to the book that I started reading. Andreas Moritz, who I believe passed away. I did his gallbladder flush, liver and gallbladder cleanse flush a couple weeks ago. And I know there were some comments. Somebody asked how many stones I got, how many gallstones. And to just kind of quickly go back on that, the liver has gallstones as well as the gallbladder. So why they call them gallstones in the liver, I'm sure there's a really good reason, and I'm sure it's really obvious. I just never asked that question until right now to myself. But anyway, it's like a 6-day process, 7-day process. You prep yourself by drinking some form of malic acid. They Andreas, who's actually a German gentleman, talks about apple juice or tart cherry juice or cranberry juice, unsweetened. You got to watch it because there's a lot of sugar in the apple juice, and a lot of cranberry juices have a lot of sugar. But you're trying to get the malic acid. You can buy malic acid in its pure form, which I actually did. But yeah, I had, I don't know, a couple dozen larger stones. By larger, I mean pea-sized or bigger. I think the biggest one might have been the size of a penny. Maybe not quite that big, but and the idea here is you want to clear out the bile ducts so that your liver can secrete the bile into your digestive tract. I believe it goes in the small intestine, and it helps aid digestion and also clearing out your liver. If you get too many of these stones, it could like stop your liver from working, parts of your liver, and then the liver loses its ability to filter your blood, and you keep all those toxins in your blood, and that is no bueno. Okay, no good, no bueno. So that's somebody was kind enough to put in the comments that I should do that, and I did it, and it's something I'm going to continue to do now for a few more times this year. I think they recommend do it until you don't see stones anymore. And I believe the next time I do it, I'll probably do maybe a coffee enema. I don't know. I'm still a little freaked out by that. I know I shouldn't be, but like anything you've never done before, the first time is always the a little freaky. So anyway, lifting the veil of duality. Okay, and I'm going to read just a little bit off the back cover. I like reading the back covers because they're usually a little more succinct than I tend to be. Author Andreas Moritz poignantly exposes the illusion of duality, good and evil, right and wrong, light and dark. He outlines a simple way to remove every limitation that you have imposed upon yourself in the course of living duality. You will be prompted to see yourself and the world through a new lens, the lens of clarity, discernment, and non-judgment. And you are about to find out why mistakes, deception, dishonesty, pain, diseases, accidents, injustice, wars, crime, and terrorism all have a deeper purpose and meaning in the larger scheme of things. Lifting the veil of duality shows you how to create or subdue the ability to materialize your desires. Other topics include the mystery of time, the truth and illusion of reincarnation, the misleading value of prayer, what makes relationships work, and why so often they don't, why out of injustice is an illusion. Find out why injustice is an illusion that has managed to haunt us throughout the ages, and what you can do to free yourself from its hold on you. Learn about the great separation, the angels amongst us, our light bodies, why God lives within us, and we are also God, and how you can heal yourself at a moment's notice. Read about the new medicine and the destiny of the old medicine, the old economy, the old religion, and the old world. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm always excited to learn. If nothing else, I love learning. I love reading. I love being exposed to new ideas. So Hopefully, I will be enlightened after this, and will transcend the physical realm. And next time you see me, I'll just be a luminous aura here. No, just kidding. Um, so, what's going on? How's everyone doing? There's a lot of fear right now of the unknown here in the United States. We have a some kind of relief bill being passed that will give people, I think, $1,200 for anybody who, I don't know the exact rules, so I'm loath to start speaking of it. I know that this thing has changed a lot, but the idea here is it's supposed to give relief to individuals and business owners so the economy can keep running while the nation's shut down. And it is in Minnesota here. The governor has issued a basically a stay-home order, shelter in place, I believe is the phrase du jour. Basically means if you're non-essential, you should stay home, which basically everyone's doing anyhow. If you drive on the highways, I have a property management company, and we have work that we need to do on people's homes, tenants. So we're kind of I guess we are an essential business, which people clog their toilets. They definitely need us to come unclog them. So we will not be business as usual, but we will still be conducting business. I will probably spend more time at home in the home office. I've got to figure out something here because my kids destroy everything. They're 6 years old. Oh, hey, Paul. My kids are 6-year-olds, and they're great kids. I love them dearly, but they destroy absolutely everything. They just broke my printer, brand new printer. They ripped the control panel off, and kind of hard to be too upset, even though I'm a little bit bothered by the fact I can no longer scan or print from home unless I want to buy another printer for $600. And I'll probably end up doing that, but I'm looking at putting a lock on my office door. And they did paint me this. Nico painted me this snail, which is awesome. And Bowden gave me Jigglypuff, Pokemon, for those of you who have had the who have been just fortunate enough to never been exposed to Pokemon. It is a nightmare. These kids have thousands of these cards, and they just don't. It's not enough. It's like a couple heroin addicts trying to get their next fix with their next pack of Pokemon cards. So anyway, how's everyone doing? Put in the comments. Some people chimed in yesterday. That's awesome. The fear here is that this goes on, this pandemic will go on for months and months and months, and everyone will be out of work and no one will have any money, and we'll be fighting for bread in the streets. And that might even be happening some places already. Who knows? I'm working on my mindset every day. I'm looking for ways to help other people, try to get through it themselves. It's funny how when you go through these moments, some of the issues that you have are no longer relevant. Some of the problems you thought you had, but then you get a whole new crop of things that try to come up and make themselves into problems. I heard a great phrase from my mentors, Dan Sullivan, and I think it goes like this: crappy thoughts want you to think about them. Or I think it was crappy thoughts or low value thoughts want you to think about them. They're very loud in your mind, and you just have to ignore them. So I don't have a lot today. Today is kind of one of these days of reflection. I'm going to do a lot more reading. I'm going to the office later to get my desk, a bunch of stuff from my desk, and I'm trying to set up shop at home because we're supposed to work from home as much as possible the next 2 weeks. So starting Friday at midnight. So that's what's going on. I'll be doing a few more videos they won't be at 6 a.m., but just some of the immune boosting things that I'm taking to fight off as many pathogens as possible, because I do still believe that our body's natural defense is our best line of defense. You know, that's not medical advice, that's me, and that's what I'm practicing. And I will continue to practice that. And there's a lot of like really, really simple things you can do in your everyday nutrition to boost your immune system. And I think that's where it all starts. So anyway, I'm going to bounce, get off for now. It's still, 6:15 ish. I'll be back tomorrow, 6 a.m. Same damn place, same damn time. We're going to call this the pandemic parables. And maybe I'll actually have a parable for us tomorrow to talk about. And silver water nebulizer. Paul, is that what you're doing? Just chime in with a yes or no or whatever you want. But colloidal silver, I have just run out, but I ordered more. And I don't have a nebulizer. But I'm going to check that out today and see what they say about it. Paul, I appreciate that. Anybody else who's got tips? I know there were some good ones yesterday in the comment section. So if you watch this later, just put something in the comments if you got some ideas. You know what? Doesn't hurt to share with anybody. And you know what? It gives us all something to research and try. And as a collective here, we can help each other out and get through this. And tell you, it's like nothing I've ever experienced. The closest thing was when I was like 7, 8 years old, growing up on the farm in the 1980s, when 50,000 family farms went out of business in Minnesota. And that was my whole world, and the whole world was crashing around us. We were never had any money. Like every day was a new crisis. Watching my parents cry at the kitchen table, the stress, the anger, the frustration, it was pretty crappy and pretty toxic. So try not to get there with myself and not be frustrated and angry and kind of not create that environment for my kids right now. And no matter because hell, I'm scared. I've got things in my mind beyond health, business wise, and I'm an employer and I'm trying to keep things going because I want to keep my employees employed and stuff. So we all got something, and I think through don't keep it in. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to watch that self-talk. Make sure that your inner voice is talking through things and not get negative, because we create these prisons in our minds sometimes, and that's a terrible place to be. So anyway, I'm going to roll. I got to get a workout in at some point here. I want to go outside and get some fresh air and run, but it's still dark. So anyway, boom, everyone keep trucking, and I will see you out there. See you tomorrow at 6, and I will probably get some bonus material up if I can today on boosters and maybe some fun stuff too. All right. Talk to you later. Boom.